Welcome back. As I'm sure you've guessed, today we're going to practice those multiplication skills again. We're going to take a look at a word problem, and you're going to have a chance to do some on your own where you choose the strategy that works best for you. So let's take a look at our problem today. It says Julius and Walt both tried to find the product of 25 and 16. One of them solved it incorrectly. Who was incorrect and what was his error? I love these problems because we get to be a detective and find their mistakes. So I'm going to first make an estimate. Now the estimate may not help me to figure out who was incorrect, but it's a good habit to get into, and then I'll know if they're both on the right track. So I'm going to round 25, there we go. I'm going to round 25 to 30, and I'm going to round 16 to 20. So my quick estimate is 600. Now, looking at my estimate, I know that this estimate is going to be higher than my actual product because I rounded both 25 and 16 up. Okay, so I see both Julius and Walt seem to be on the right track. I'm thinking Walt's answer might be a little bit high, right? Because his product of 670 is larger than our 600, and I know that I rounded up. But let's dig in. So I'm going to look at Julius first. It looks to me like he used the standard algorithm, so that's what I'm going to do, just so I can kind of see where he made his mistake. It's easier for me to solve it than just to look and try to find his mistake. Okay, so 6 ones times 5 ones. I know that that's 30, right, which means no ones and 3 tens. So 6 ones times 20 is 6 times 2 tens, which is 120 plus 3 tenths equals 150. Okay, now moving on to our 10 here. 10 times 5 ones, that's 50, right? And then I have 10 times 20. Well, 110 times 2 tens, or times 20, I could say, would be 200. So if I put the 2 here, that means 200, right? All right, so here we go. 5 plus 5 is 10. I have to carry 1 there. And I have an answer of 400. Looks like Julius's answer is not correct. I see he made an adding mistake, right? If I look over here, he added right here. 5 plus 5 is 10. He would have carried the 1. But then he put a 5, and he would only have 4 hundredths. So I'm going to keep that in mind. But I'm not going to just stop here, because I think that Walt might be a little bit off track too, right? If I got 400 and he has 670, something might have gone wrong there as well. So I'm actually going to see what his mistake is too, because maybe both boys made a mistake. All right, 25 times 16. I'm looking at his strategy, and it looks like he did partial products. So I'm going to solve it that way as well. So 25 times 16. I have to write small here. Okay, so he started with 20, right? The 20 from 25, because we broke that into 2 tens, 5 ones. 20 times he did 10, right? From the 1 10 and 16, 6 ones. So 20 times 10 is 200. Okay. Now we're going to do 5 ones times 110. So 5 times 10 is 50. Okay, so far so good. Then we're going to look at 6 ones times 2 tens. Well, 6 times 2 is 12. 12 tens. So far, so good. And now, last but not least, I'm going to do 6 ones times 5 ones. Well, 6 times 5 is 30. Oh, I see what happened. He wrote 300. Let's add these together. 0. And I know that 2 plus 3 is 5, and 5 plus 5 is 10, which means I'm going to do 10 tens, turn it into 100. And I got 400. So both Julius and Walt made a mistake. Julius's mistake was an adding mistake at the end, right? He added his hundreds, and they should have been 4 hundreds, but he put 5. And Walt made a mistake with place value as well, because he solved 6 times 5, and instead of putting 30, he put the 3 in the hundreds place, making it 300. So both Julius and Walt made a mistake. Glad we were able to find it.